What's going on, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. So I've got a interesting one here for you. This is one that you probably haven't seen a lot of, either the company or this specific knife. So this is from Bade Modern Design. This is the Titan, as you can see there, M390, all titanium, and it does have blue accents. Comes in this little case. It is a smaller knife. We'll go ahead and take a look at the little card here. It should have the blue checked off there. But there is the logo, again, Bade Modern Design. So pretty interesting. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything underneath here. Let's find out. Let's see. Nope. Okay. All right. So a little bit of a backstory here. This is part of the Lefty Pass Around, so a huge thank you to Lefty. These are available through White Mountain Knives. Currently, they are in stock. At least I know at least one or two of the variants is in stock. I didn't check all three, but they are in stock. $200 right now. You can use code Lefty10. That will get you a little bit of scratch off of there. Get you 10% off. And so as far as I'm aware, these are OEM'd by Kubey. So everybody knows that they do fantastic OEM work. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and crack into this thing, take a look at it here. So the first thing you notice with this is the gorgeous blue anodized. It's almost like a crystalline anodization on the titanium there in the pivot collar. Then you have a like a bead blast titanium. Got some decent texture to it. All titanium hardware. It looks like they are T6s. Flip over to the other side here. Again, you have the same pivot collar. Single position pocket clip. Pocket clip is pretty decent. It works well with basketball shorts. I think it might be a little more difficult with jeans or something of that nature. And you do have the same blue color back spacer. It is a very small back spacer, quarter length, and then you do have a lanyard pin there as well, which keeps the clean aesthetics of the knife. Now we'll go ahead and go to the kind of the wicked part of this knife, which is that blade. I mean, check out that blade. So this is a compound ground tanto. It's definitely a modified tanto. Just because of that, it's almost a chisel, honestly. It is both flat grinds. It does come down really thin. So this, I haven't tested the edge, but it should be a pretty good cutter. It should perform very well. This feels like it'd be nice and slicey. A really nice belt satin, and you can see it's bi-directional. Actually, it's tri-directional. It's three different directions on the belt satin here. On this first one, you've got the straight up and down. This one, you've got it at an angle. And then on the flats, they are going front to back, left to right, whatever you want to call it. Thumb stud operation and flipper. You can see your thumb studs there have plenty of grip. And then some really nice grinds. Now, one thing I have noticed about the knife is the thumb studs are a little loose, and I cannot figure out how to tighten them. I don't know if they twist or what, but I don't want to put any tools to them because it is not my knife. So that's just something to be aware of if you do purchase this knife, that they can get a little loose, but they will most likely just tighten up. All your grinds look fantastic. Looks like this side is a little shallow here. Nothing too crazy. And we'll take a look at our choil. So it looks like your choil for sharpening ends about right there. So you've got a little bit of room for sharpening. Nothing crazy, but you do have a little bit of room there before creating that smile. And there you have your Bade Modern Design logo. And then just M390 on this side. So not a lot of billboarding, which is fantastic. Absolutely love seeing that. We'll go ahead and crack into a little bit of a cut test here. Oh yeah, that is silky smooth. Very good cutting performance there. And let's take a look here for the tip. The tip it's still pretty sharp. It's not quite wanting to push cut through this paper, but it is definitely slicey. So you can see there, it's just wanting to slice through it. But it is a little bit more of a steeper grind angle there. So that's to be expected. For such a little guy, it is a I don't want to call it chunky, but it's bigger than you would think, just because you do have, or it feels bigger than you think, because you do have a really nice finger choil there. Allows you to choke up and get some really good grip on it. It is extremely ergonomic. I did not think I would like this knife when I first seen it. Honestly, I'd never even seen anything from this company, so this was a 100% new experience for me. But I really do enjoy this knife. I think it's a great smaller folder if you don't want anything on the larger side. This feels the hand really well. And again, I'm sorry guys, my pup here is again not happy with me, and she'll get over it. But great ergonomics. I do not feel the pocket clip at all. It's very nice and rounded. Feels great in hand. I do wish the jimping was a little bit better and a little bit longer. It's very slick. It doesn't really provide any traction whatsoever. Actually, it does, but in the reverse. So it's got more traction pulling this way than it does this way. Outside of that, just like I said, a fantastic feeling knife. Now, regular grip, it is. I mean, I don't know why you would use it in this grip, but it just feels awkward. But it still works. It just feels a little. I don't know. It just feels a little wrong. But I think it is meant to have that choke up grip on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the weight on this guy. Now it is, like I said, it's a little bit of a chunker, just because of the being a big old slab of titanium. So it is 4.2 ounces. Definitely not a light knife, and it's not a huge knife either. Bear with me just a second. I gotta figure out what I did with. There it is. Figure out what I did with my measuring tape. And we'll talk about the action here in just a second. I just wanted to get this stuff out of the way. So if we go from tip to scale there, we're right at a 2 1/4 inch blade, and then right at 5 3/4 ish. Yeah, 5 3/4 inch overall. So again, not a massive knife at all, but the action. It's breaking in. You can tell that it's not one that's had it's not one that's had a lot of use. It has been around the pass round, but as far as actual break in, it still has some break in to do. Could probably use a good service, but with that being said, it's still pretty good. It does, as long as you have your thumb in the right spot, it drops, the flipper hits your finger. There's no double clutch, so the detent's in a great spot. I can reverse flick it sometimes. Let's see here. If I can get it to work. It's a little difficult for me on on these smaller knives. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it on camera. But the thumb stud action is really good. The detent's well tuned for that. Really well tuned for the flipper. Just all in all, a really cool knife. Something you don't see every day. And at $200, it's not an amazing deal, but there is a lot of titanium here, even though it's a smaller knife, and it is the M390. You do have some really nice anodizing on here, some really good compound grinds, and like I said, you can get it for, if you get the 10% off, so you can get it for right around that 180 mark, as long as the codes and everything work on it, which I don't see why they wouldn't, but you get those 10% off through White Mountain. Of course, they do not charge taxes or shipping, so you'd get it for that, right around 180, that 180 mark out the door, or to your door, I should say. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Tell me what you guys think. Is this something that you would be interested in? Is it it seemed a little too small for you? Whatever, let's start some conversations going on down here in the comments. Please like and subscribe, share it, do whatever you can. We'll keep it growing. So in the meantime, just always remember, when you're out and about in the world, just remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.